Okay, let's start now. So, study we understood what company code is. So, as Dikshit, right? Your good name Dikshit.
No, Swarup.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry. So just now we discussed that company code is what? It is a legal entity. It is the highest organizational unit in SAP. So what we did yesterday, we created company code in our SAP system, which consists of 4-digit code. And we understood that that 4-digit code can be numerical, can be, alphabetical, that is character, or it can be alphanumeric code. So this code will be given by your client. And what this code is all about? This code will identify the company. So let's say tomorrow if we want to track the company, your company, so by using this code only we can identify, we can track our company. So what company code is? So company code is the highest legal entity. It is having its own balance sheet. It's having its own profit and loss account, right? So SAP FI consultant are responsible to define company code in SAP system. Now I'm sharing my screen. Confirm me once you all can see. So one modification, yesterday we discussed that this session will be on ECC, but no, this session will be on S4. So we will be using S4 HANA system for our training.
So basically, we'll be learning S/4HANA right now.
You can say yes. So in S/4HANA, we have two types of courses. In fact, one is basic course where when it comes to customer master, vendor master. So we know that how to create custom. When it comes to S/4HANA, that customer master XD01, vendor master XK01, all those transaction codes are obsolete. Now we have a concept of business partner. Okay, so we will discuss from the S4HANA point of view. So tomorrow, in case if you are getting an opportunity to work on S4HANA box, easily you can work on. So study we understood company code. Now let's discuss next organization unit, that is sales organization. What is sales organization? So as this name says, sales organization, that is meant for sales, right? So sales organization. So you see, company code is the highest organizational unit in SAP system, or we can say from FI side, company code is the highest organizational unit. Similarly, when it comes to sales and distribution part, it is sales organization. It means sales organization is the highest level organizational unit in SD. So for what purpose this sales organization is? Sales organization is the organizational unit which is responsible for all sales related activities. Whatever sales related activities or services activities are happening in the company, it is the sales organization which is responsible. So it is a physical location where all sales related activities will be performed. Like what activities? Let's say a negotiation with the customer or sales related, whatever we can think of, any sales related activities that will be performed by sales organization. So sales organization is the legal entity which we can say that which is responsible for all sales related activities. So this sales organization is created by SD consultant, that is by us, and it is the highest organizational unit in SAP SD system. So yesterday we understood that we can create, we have two ways, right? So one, we can copy it, another one we can. So what is SPRO?
SPRO is just like a consultant transaction code.
Where? What we need to perform? Where we can perform all configurations. Right. So confirm me once you all can see my SAP screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to enterprise structure. Let's go to SPRO. So as we defined company code yesterday, in the same way, similarly, we will also define sales organization. So under financial accounting, we need to define company, company code, and credit control area as well. Here we can also see credit control area, but credit control area I have skipped because we will cover this part when we will discuss on credit management. Now, next is sales and distribution. Under sales and distribution, first you can see is the sales organization. So as you understood, sales organization is the organizational unit which takes care all sales related activities in an organization. So let's define. So as we understood yesterday, that to define any organizational unit, we need to specify 4-digit codes, right? So that 4-digit code we can give anything, but in real time, we must always start with either Y or Z. Remember, for our practice purpose, we can give anything. But when we are creating something new, most of the time you will see it start with either Y or Z. If we are giving some alphabetical naming convention. So let's say define sales organization. So like company code, here also we have two options. We can define directly or we can copy and then we can change as per our requirement. So let's copy first. So this is the icon which we understood yesterday. By using this, we can copy it. So let's copy from the standard that is 1000 sales organization. And here we need to specify some specific code for sales organization. So you can give any name. Like for company code, we gave VANP. So for sales organization, we can give any name. But for better practice, for our practice is, let's use the same code. Let's use the same code for all the organizational unit. So what will happen tomorrow? You cannot miss. Otherwise, you need to open your notebook and to check what is my company code, what is my sales organization, what is my plant, right? So let me give the same naming convention that is VANP only. So VANP is our company code. So let's copy. Do you really want to transport number ranges? Yesterday we understood we need to say no, we do not want to copy. And then here everything gets copied. Let's save this into this TR. So its information says sales organization 1000 copied it to VANP. Under completed activities also, you all can see sales organization 1000 copied it to VANP. It means what? That data has been copied. Now what next? So 1000 sales organization has been copied to VANP. But now what we need to do? We need to edit as per our requirement. What we need to edit? We need to change the name. We need to specify address, right? So go to position, search for your sales organization, that is VANP. Select this and go to details. So here you can see some name. System is giving some name because we have copied. So this is coming from our 1000 sales organization. So let's give something VANP sales organization. Anything we can give. And then we need to click on this address to specify the address. So here we have some option, right? We can have the options are company, Mr. and Mrs., Miss. It can be anything, but yes, of course, most of the time it will be company. But in some of the projects, you will see it will be blank. It's not mandatory. It's optional value. So here we can give any. Let me give VANP only. And here search term. So what is search term? So tomorrow, if you don't remember your sales organization, VANP, but if you know the search term, easily we can search, right? So let's give VANP as the search term part 1. Here we need to specify street, house number, postal code, city, country, and I mean the required values we need to specify, and then we need to save this. I'm not specifying anything, but we need to specify as per the client requirement. So let's save this. So in this way, we can define sales organization. Next organizational unit is define, copy, delete, check distribution channel. What distribution channel is? What is distribution channel? So I believe this is a generic term. Most of you know what distribution channel. So generally, distribution channel is the channel. It is the way of distributing product. So let's say you are manufacturing your product. Okay, you are manufacturing your product, and now you want to sell product to your customer. So there are many channels through which you can sell your product. I'm a customer. I'm a customer. I want to purchase your product. So first thing, what I can do directly, I can purchase from you, right? So probably I can visit you. I can go to your company website because you gave this option to place an order. So directly I can purchase from you. So this in general, this is called direct sales, direct selling. This is the one way. Another way is I don't, let's say I do not want, you have not given that option at all. So what I need to do, then I can go to in any retailer, any shop. I can go to that shop, and from their shop I can purchase that product. You are a manufacturer, but you are not coming in the picture. So I'm purchasing from I'm purchasing from the retailer shop. But how retailer shop gets those product? So probably that retailer will be purchasing from company, right? This is another way. Third way can be it's via it can be via wholesaler or distributor. So in this case, what will happen? Your wholesaler will be purchasing product from you, and then from wholesaler, product will be purchased by retailer, and then only I can purchase product from the retailer. So it ultimately it says that how goods reaches to its end user, how goods reaches to its customer. So this is called distribution channel. So we need to define distribution channel also. Here also we can either define or we can copy. So generally, we don't copy this. If we are defining our own also, it will help us. It won't be any issue. So let's go to new entries. So please remember, so for company code and sales organization, we gave 4 digits code, right? But for distribution channel, just we need 2 digits. So let me give VA, and here you can give the naming convention. Remember, if this name already exists, system will not allow. So let's try VANP distribution channel. What it says that an entry already exists with the same key. It means what? That VA is already available. Just say, just remove this, delete this, and cancel this. Go one step back. From position, you can search. So this is the distribution channel which is already defined. Now, if you want, you can change it. Or if you do not want to change it, no problem. You can use this VA. So let's use this VA only. So in this way, we can define distribution channel. So after distribution channel, so this distribution channel is also defined by sales SD consultant. So remember, under sales and distribution, all these 4 steps are defined by SD consultant only. Now next is division. So here we cannot see division. Here we cannot see division. Remember, division is also defined by SD consultant, but division we get in general logistics general. So here you can see somewhere here, define, copy, delete, check division. Now what is division? Now we need to define division. What is division? Can anyone tell me what is division? So division is nothing but the product line. Division is nothing but the product line. Product line means what? Let's say you are manufacturer of 2 wheelers. So you are manufacturing 2-wheeler product. So what you will do, you will keep specific product at one specific place. So let's say you will keep tire at one place, you will keep let's say tubes at one place, you will keep some other product at other place. So how many product lines you are manufacturing, that is defined by the division. And since we are going to implement SAP. So we need to know that how many product line you are having. So we need to define them as their division. So here also we have two ways. Either we can define or we can copy. So let's say define this. So like distribution channel, division also consists of 2-digit code. And remember, you all know that that specific code can be numerical, alphanumerical, or only alphabetical. So this also will keep the same naming convention. Let's check VA available. Yes, so VA is available. So generally what we'll do, we'll go to new entries, we'll give here VA, and then here some name. Let's say VANP division. Whatever name you want to give, and then save it. So once you save it, this division will be saved. Any question? Any question from anyone? Okay. This is silent batch, I believe. No question. So we understood, we defined distribution, sales organization, distribution channel, and division. So all these three organizational units are defined by SD consultant. Now let's understand the next organizational unit, which is plant. Next is plant. What is plant? Who will tell me? What is plant? This is generic term. Everyone should know what is plant.
Plant is a place where we can produce our material and procure raw material and convert it into finished material, where we can install the machines, etc., to convert the raw material into finished goods. So that is called a plant.
Okay. Sorry, it's my bad. I'm really sorry. Still, we didn't complete the sales and distribution part. Just now, since we defined division here, so I came here. So first, let's complete another two organization units of sales and distribution. So we understood sales organization, distribution channel, division. Next is sales office. So we need to maintain sales office. What is sales office? So generally, sales office is nothing but it is the physical location where your employee, or you can say where sales employees will be working together. They will be sitting together to perform sales related activities, right? So this is also generic term, you all know. So that company I'm working, so and so company, my sales office is that, let's say, New Delhi, or that some location. So sales office is the physical location where group of people will be working together to perform sales related activities. So as we understood that sales office is also defined by SD consultant, and sales office is also consist of 4 digits code. So let's define sales office, go to new entries, and then let's give this again, let's use the same naming convention, VANP. And here we can give VANP sales office. Enter. And here, once you will enter, automatically system will give this pop-up where we need to enter the office address. Why we need to give address? Because it is a physical location where group of people will be working together to perform sales related activities, right? So that office address we need to specify here. So let's say VANP. Sales office. System, again we can give VANP, let's give same. System, here we need to specify street, house number, postal code, city, and country. Let me give the required value only India, and then save this. Now I am saving this. Once I'll save, system will ask for TR, we can save in this TR. In this way, we need to define sales office. Now next is sales group. What is sales group? So sales office is a physical location where group of people are working together, right? So sales group is nothing but that group of people. Remember what we understood sales office, where group of people are sitting. So that group of people are called as a sales group. Okay. you can say that employees related to sales are, we need to define them as the sales group. So group of people within a sales office working for different sales related activities is called sales group. So we need to define sales group. Just remember, company code, we gave 4 digits code. Sales organizations, we gave 4 digit code. Distribution channel division, we gave 2 digits code. But and even sales office, we gave 4 digit code. But it's sales group which consists of only 3 digits. It's a standard SAP. Okay, it's a standard behavior that we can give only 3 digits code. So go to new entries. If you try to enter, system will not allow. Let's say I'm entering VANP. See, system is not allowing me to enter 4 digits code, just VAN. And here we can give some description. Sales group. Let me save this entry. In this way, we defined sales group as well. Now, so SD consultants are, so see, since you all are new, so you should know that who are responsible for what, right? Because when we start with the actual sales and distribution configuration, obviously it will be performed by SD consultant, but in this enterprise structure, as we understood yesterday, that some activities are performed, there will be a complete team, some activities will be performed by SD consultant, some will be by MM, some will be by FI. So we all need to know that who will perform this activity. So for sales and for SD consultant will be responsible for the sales organization, distribution channel, sales office, sales group, and even division. And we'll see other organizational unit as well. So next is plant. So someone explained me that plant is a location where we can manufacture, right? In general, we can say that where manufacturing activities happens, right? And if you think generally also, it's general term that yes, there is a plant. It means what? Company produces so on their goods in that plant. So generally we say yes, plant is a location. But there is a slight difference when it comes to SAP. When it comes to SAP, plant means some other things as well. Obviously, it is a manufacturing unit. I'm not denying that. Yes, it is a manufacturing unit, but plant plays other roles as well. What roles it can play? So plant is the organizational unit, or it can be a physical location where all manufacturing activities are getting performed. That is, companies are manufacturing their finished product. That is their manufacturing product. So in SAP, plant doesn't play a role of manufacturing unit only. Plant also plays a role of a location where we store the goods. So in generic term, we call them as a storage location. So plant can act as the storage location. Plant can act as the shipping point. What is shipping point? I'll give you one example. If some of you would have got an opportunity to visit any plant, you might have observed that in plant there will be, let's say, some 2-3 gates. Example, let's say there will be one gate towards east direction, there will be another gate towards west direction. So if they are leaving their vehicle for their customer location, they use one specific gate. That okay, outbound shipment will for outbound shipment we will be using gate number 1. But if we are purchasing something, if we are procuring something, or if something is coming in from outside, then we will be using gate number 2. So that is called shipping point. So plant can act as the shipping point as well. So please remember, plant is not just a manufacturing unit. Plant can act as the storage location. It can act as the shipping point. It can act as the receiving point. Okay, so consultant is responsible to define plant. So so in the similar way here also we can define plant, we can define our own, or we can copy it. So let's copy it. Double click this, copy, and same screen appeared when the one which got appeared during company code copying. So click on this icon. Second option, copy organizational object from plant to plant. So let's copy from plant number 1000 to plant number to our plant. Let's say VANP. Just say enter. Now here also is asking for number ranges. Let's say no. What number range actually is, we will discuss. As of now, just say no. So now plant VNP is copied from plant 1000. Plant 1000 copied to VANP. Under completed activities, we can see that plant 1000 copied to VANP. Now we have copied. Next what? Since we have copied, now we need to edit as per our requirement, as per client requirement. So go to define plant. So here we can search. Go to position, search for our plant, that is VANP. Here we can have name 1, name 2. Why it is coming? Because of copying 1000. So let's define here also VANP plant. So name 1, name 2. Here name 1, name 2 is available, but again it depends on your client. If client is not having name 2, no problem. We will leave this field blank, right? We'll remove this. We'll keep only name 1. If they have such kind of name, then we need to specify. Now select this, go to details. Here we can see some other details. So these values are coming from the 1000 plant, and now we need to give address of our plant. Click on address. Here we need to give address. So let me give this quickly. VANP plant. Let me remove this. Search term also we can give same VANP. Here we can give the street name. What you want to give, you can give. You can give house number. You can give postal code, city. Okay, and then country. Country, let's say India. Time zone is different. Once you will remove this, automatically system will pick your time zone. So system has taken time zone India. How system has taken? Based on this country only. Okay, and then copy and save this. In this way we can define plant. Any question? So I'll make a note of all organizational unit in one place so that it will be very easy for all you to understand. Any question?
Do we have to follow the same procedure every time whenever we define any plant or define any sales office?
So
The
we have
code.
two options. Yeah, so we have two options. Either you copy or you don't copy. Directly you go to new entries to enter your plant or any organization unit detail. But why I'm recommending as of now, it's not recommended by me, honestly speaking, recommended by SAP. So what SAP says that first you copy from the standard. So 1000, 1000 and 0001. These two units, not only under organization unit, everywhere you will find this. So these are standard. Okay, these are standard given by SAP. So what SAP says that instead of defining your own, first you copy this, and after copying, then you can change. You can alter as per your requirement, what we have done. But it doesn't mean that we cannot get our own. So instead of copying directly, we can go to define plant. Let's say we can go to define plant new entries. Here we need to specify plant number, name 1, name 2, other detail, and then address. This also system will allow. But why this recommendation is, what will happen that, since all these activities are performed by different consultants, so when we will have a master data creation, during master data creation or during stock posting, once we'll post the stock, we will have many errors, and number of errors we will get. But if you copy, so many errors will be avoided, because, and say, all those error won't belong to SD only. It can belong to FI, it can belong to some other modules. So to avoid those errors, we are just copying. So in that case, what happens, most of the things gets copied in the background. So generally we don't get such kind of error. Okay. But
Okay, got it.
when will be in a real time project, obviously in real time project, most of the time you won't copy. Why? Because there will be everyone from all the module. If you are getting any error, you will say, boss, see, I'm getting this error, please help me. Or you will send an email that while defining this, while doing this, I'm getting this error. He has to resolve. But here in the system, we are the owner. We need to play a role of SD, FI, everything, right? So that is why we are copying it. Okay. Any question? Other question? Okay, so we have defined plant. Now next is what? Next, organizational unit. So FI, under FI, we defined company code that was defined by FI consultant. Under logistics general, we defined plant and division. Plant is defined by consultant. Division is defined by SD consultant. Under sales and distribution, whatever things we had to perform, that will be performed by SD consultant. And again, under materials management, again it will be defined by consultant. So generally we need storage location. What storage location is? Again, it's a very general term. You all know storage location. That is, it is the location to store goods. So just now we understood that a plant can play a role of storage location where we can store our product. So after manufacturing our product in plant itself, we will select one specific place, okay, where we will keep those product, whether it is finished product, raw materials, whatever it is, but we will store our product. So to store our product, that is specific location is called storage location. So that we need to define here. So see, when I clicked on system is asking for plant, right? What does it mean? What does it mean? Why system is asking for plant?
Because we need to create a storage location under a plant.
Exactly, because storage location will always be located within the plant. That is why system is looking for under which plant. So let's give our plant VANP. And here we can define. So can anyone tell me that we are defining under our plant how these three storage locations are displaying? How these three values are coming?
When we copying from
Exactly.
plant 1000,
Exactly.
the system has automatically copied this storage location into VANP plant.
Correct answer, because we have copied. So let's remove this. So what happens? Please remember what happens when we copy. So many things gets copied. So generally what happens, we need to delete unnecessary data. We can delete. So let me delete this. Delete all entries. So we have deleted. Let me save this. And now we can define our own storage location. So as we understood, this storage location is defined by consultant. Storage location is, let's give the same name, VANP. Here we can give some name, VANP storage location, SLOC. Save. Here we can specify address also. Just remember, just for your information, knowledge purpose only. Here we can specify storage location address. But generally we don't specify address. Why? Because storage location will always be within the plant, so address would be same. But sometimes storage location address would be different, then only we need to specify, otherwise not required. So in this way, we have defined our storage location. Okay, next is, then it's done. Under logistics execution, again here we have one more organizational unit. Just give me 1 minute, please. Yes. So under logistics execution, also we need to you need to define some of the organizational unit. So let's understand first shipping point as of now. So we need to define shipping point. What is shipping point? Again, this is by this name itself, you all can understand. Shipping point, it is a point of shipping product. Shipping product means what? Let's say if we are sending our product, when we are selling our product, so system should know that from which location your vehicle has to go out. That is called a shipping point. So shipping point is the organizational unit where we do the process of loading the goods into the mode of transport for the dispatching to the customer. So it is a location from where we will dispatch our product. Okay, so we need to define. So like other organizational unit, again here we have two options: define shipping points, copy, delete, check. So here also either we can define or we can copy. So let me copy it. Again, we can copy from 1000 entries to VANP. Specify an existing value. Okay, shipping point, I think 1000 is not available. No problem. So I won't, let's not copy. Let's create our own. We'll see if something comes. Go to define shipping points and new entries. Here, shipping point. Let's give VANP name. Here description, VANP shipping point. Again, I'm repeating this code, this description, all this detail will be given by business. Now here we have something called as a factory calendar. What is factory calendar? So it is a calendar. So let's say in every factory, in this factory calendar only we will define that how many days there will be holiday, on which festival there will be holiday. So all those things we need to define in this factory calendar. Okay. So we can use any existing one also, or we can define our own. So I'm not defining as of now. Let's not go into this. Once this, if it comes somewhere, we will go to factory calendar. Now here we gave the name and description. Now go to address part. Here we need to specify name and address detail. So VANP shipping point. Search term. And then street, house number, postal code, city, country, all these details we need to give. And let's save this. Zone copied from the address data. Okay. So in this way, we need to define shipping point. Shipping point is defined by SD consultant. Please remember, it is defined by SD consultant. Now, let me ask you again, basic question. You all know why we are defining all these organizational unit. What is the purpose? Anyone? Hello? Can anyone tell me why we are defining these organizational unit? What is the purpose of defining? Swaroop, Kanan, Aishwarya, anyone can answer.
So it represents like each and every activity which is we are like to differentiate the which is the shipping point, which is the plant. So we are defining them.
Okay, my question is, why do we need to define these organizational units like company code, plant, sales organization? What is the purpose of defining this?
Purpose to define the company code, plant, and sales organization is to run our business. On top hierarchical, the company code is the must. And for activities for procuring the goods and selling the goods, plant is must. And for selling the goods means sales activities, sales organization we required. So setup of these organizational we have must to define in the SAP system. I think so.
Okay, simple answer I'll give. Simple, you will, you all know. Simple answer is, our client is going to use this SAP system, right? So your SAP system should know where is our plant, who is the company, I mean, which company it is, what is the plant, how many storage location, how many shipping point. So to make the system, to know the system, we are defining in the system that my head office is in Bangalore, let's say. My plant in source. So here we define just one plant, right? But in real time, obviously we won't have only one plant. We can have 10 plant, 20 plant, depends on the client size. So we need to define 10 plant, different locations. We need to give different addresses. Sales organization. We can have more than one sales organization. Let's say one sales organization who will be covering complete South India part. They will be selling the complete South India. They will be selling their product. There will be one sales organization who will be covering complete north side. So likewise, SAP system should know the structure of our company, or SAP system should know SAP system should know our client. Simple, right? Because in this system there are many data available, many companies are available. But how system will know that this is my company, or for this only we are going to implement? So to know the system, we need to define them. Clear?
Correct. Clear.
So we have defined all these organizational unit. Okay, so let me share text sheet. Okay, so we defined sales organization. Then we defined distribution channel. Distribution channel. Then we defined division. Then we defined, so let's say company code was defined by FI consultant, sales organization, distribution channel, division defined by SD consultant. Which other organization unit defined by SD consultant? It is shipping point, right? Shipping point. Then it was plant, which was defined by consultant. Then we defined storage location. Storage location is also defined by consultant. Then which one? Did you define any other organization unit? Yes, we defined. Which one? Sales office. We also defined sales group. So all these organizational unit we have defined. It means that we are telling the system that my company code is VANP. So if we are searching VANP, then my company detail will be coming. Okay, name is some XYZ Pharma, and address, sales organization. If I search in the system by a specific sales organization, let's say we defined same naming convention VNP. By VNP we can see our sales organization detail, that is their name, their address. Let's say if we have 10 different sales organization, we all can see all those addresses. Similarly, we can define this, we can know the distribution channel, that how products are reaching to customer, let's say via wholesaler, retailer, distributor, or direct sales. So all those things we can define. Similarly, division, the product line we need to know. Sales office, physical location where group of people are sitting. Sales group. So those group of people, group of employees are called sales group. Shipping point, location from where we will ship our product, where we will load the goods on the, let's say some transport. Plant, where we manufacturing the product. Apart from manufacturing, it can act as the storage location where we are storing goods. It can act as the shipping point from where we will ship the goods. It can act as the receiving location where we will receive product if something is coming from uh, outside. Storage location where we will store product. So all these organizational unit, enterprise units, we need to define. Now you tell me, as of now we have defined, does system know that sales organization VANP belongs to company code VANP, or plant VANP belongs to company code VANP? Does system knows? Can system know by just defining? Yes or no?
No.
No. Obviously not, because just we have defined, right? And in the system, in SAP system, there are many other values which are defined. So how system knows that my plant is VANP only, or my sales organization is only VANP, not others? How system knows? So that to know the system, to make the system understand this thing, we need to map each other. We need to have some kind of relationship between those organizational unit, and that we need to perform under assignment. So under definition, first we defined them individually, and now how system knows that this plant belongs to this company code, this sales organization belongs to this company code, this distribution channel or division belongs to this sales organization? How system knows? So to know the system, we need to map each other. So that mapping is performed with the help of assignment type. So let's learn assignment now. Before going to assignment, any question? Please ask me. If you have any question, don't think that it would be silly or it would be very easy, whatever it is. Since you all are here to learn SAP, please ask me if you have any question. If no question, no problem. I believe no question. I'll take it as no question. Now let's go to assignment. Let me show you definition as well. Let me open definition tab as well. Can you see any similarity? Can you see any similarity between definition and assignment tab?
Yes.
Anyone?
Some modules are still same.
All are same.
All
exactly.
are same actually.
All are same. Financial accounting, controlling, logistic general, sales and distribution. So why I'm telling you all these things? Because under definition, you understood we have defined, but under assignment, we need to map. So tomorrow, if someone asks you, okay, you tell me the path. Anyway, no one will ask this very basic question, but let's say, who knows? Interviewer can ask any question, or let's say one of your colleagues asks, can you tell me what is the path? Right? So you can remember that under financial accounting, we defined the company code. So assignment part also would be in the same node. We defined sales organization, distribution channel, sales office, sales group. Within sales and distribution node, assignment part would also be in the same node. So that is why it is sales and distribution. So let's assign this. First, go to financial accounting. So under definition financial accounting, we defined here we need to assign. Now you see, assign company code to company. Let me ask again one more question. You all know, yesterday we discussed, what is difference between company code and company? What is the difference between company code and company? This is very important. You all should know.
The company code we define, like we use to assign for the system, and the company is the code we are assigning for. Am I right?
No. No. Anyone else? Anyone else? So company is nothing in SAP term. I'm asking. Okay, In SAP, company is nothing but group of company. Let's say Tata group of companies. Tata group. In Tata group of companies, there are many companies. So if we are going to implement SAP, are we going to implement SAP to all the group companies or any one company?
Any one of them.
Any one of them. So that any one of them, that individual company is called company code. And
Okay.
company is what? Group of company. Okay. So
Okay.
if we have defined company, then we need to assign. So that, let's say, Tata Motors system should know that Tata Motors belongs to Tata group of company. Reliance Smart belongs to Reliance group of industries. So that for that we need to map here under company code to company. So execute this. Now here system has already gave. So since we have not defined, but here you can see company code and company. So just you need to search for your company code. So company code is VANP. Now here VNP. If we have defined company also VNP, just we use a VANP, enter save. System will allow you to map. So with this map, since we have not defined, that is why it is giving this issue. Entry VNP does not exist in this table T880 because we have not defined company code company. But let's say if we have defined, let's assume we have defined. So in this way, now system understood that this VANP belongs to this group of company VANP only. Right? Next we have defined, next we need to assign company code to credit control area. And remember one very important point here is, here you are telling that assign company code to company. Please never ever use the term assign company to company code, because this most of the consultants, even experienced consultants, are making this mistake. What they say, that assign company to company code. So company is the highest organizational unit and company code is lower than a company. So always we assign lower part to higher part. You cannot say that we are assigning company to company. So you can say company code is son, company is father. Okay, so you cannot say that father to son to father. Always we need to use this term like assign first lower part to upper part. Always we need to follow some hierarchy. So we need to use this term. And under financial accounting, we have not defined anything else. So no need to assign anything else. Next is controlling. We didn't define anything. Controlling not required. Under logic general, here we defined plant and division. So let's go under this assignment part. Here we can see we need to assign plant to company code. So just execute this. And so no need to go to new entries because we need to assign, we need to map. So go to position, search for your plant where that exists or not. So let's say VANP is my plant. So here we can say that company code 1000 is assigned, plant VNP is assigned to 1000. How this assignment is done? We didn't assign. Anyone? How this assignment is done? Because we have copied, right? We have copied company code and plant. That is why system has copied. Now you tell me, there is a company code, or let's say there is a Tata Motors. Take an example of company called as a Tata Motors. Tata Motors is having one plant. Okay. Let's say Tata Motors. Tata Motors is having one plant in Bangalore. They have another plant in, let's say, New Delhi. Okay, they have another plant to New Delhi. Tata Motors is a company, is a group company of Tata Group of Industries. So Tata Motors is a group companies of Tata Group of Industry, the Tata Group of Company. Let's say there is one more company of Tata group of company is, let's say, TCS. You tell me, this Tata Motors having two plants, Bangalore and New Delhi. Can this plant manufacture product for TCS? Let's assume TCS is a manufacturing unit, or let's say Tata Tea. Simple. Otherwise, you will say why I am using TCS. Tata Tea. They are manufacturing, let's say, tea. So in Tata Motors, there is one plant in Bangalore. They are manufacturing, two-wheelers, or even though, let's say, they manufacturing tea. So can this plant manufacture product for this company, Tata Tea? Remember, Tata Tea is a different legal entity. Tata Motors is different legal entities, right? Both are different legal entities. So one entity plant can work for another entity or not? Yes or no?
No.
Obviously not. So this is called relationship. Relationship means what? You will understand. Let me show in the system. Here, let's say we have one plant VANP, which is already assigned to company code 1000. It means that there is a company code 1000 where it says, system says that VANP is the plant. So if you go to new entries, give VANP your company code. Now you are going to tell the system that this VNP company code also this VNP company code also wants to use same plant VNP. Enter. What it says? Plant VANP is already assigned to company code 1000. It means what? Same plant we cannot assign to more than one company code. Plant VNP is already assigned to 1000 company code, right? It means in Bangalore plant is already assigned to Tata Motors. Now, same Bangalore plant cannot be mapped to Tata Tea company code. So this is called a relationship, and this is very important interview question. What is the relationship between company code and plant? Your answer should be one to many. What is one to many? One to many means one company code and many plant. Can I again show you, or you understood? Did you understand, or you have question?
Yes, we got the point. But in this case, we have to assign for two, if we to assign a Tata Tea and for the Tata Motors. So we have to use another code for Tata Tea, like we are using already 1000 for Tata Motors.
We cannot. So first we need to remove the entry. We need to delete the entry.
Okay.
So
and
here,
then again, we have to form the new one.
Exactly. Please look at my screen. Let's say this is company code. This is plants. So we said relationship is one to many, one company code. This is one, this is many. What does it mean? It means we can assign many plants to only one company code, but same plant VANP cannot be assigned to more than one company code. VNP cannot be assigned to some other company code. Only one company code and many plants. Okay, so in this system, since it's our plant is already assigned, so we need to do only one activity, that we need to delete our entry. So let's delete that. Go to VNP. Select this, remove this, save this. Now again go to new entries, go to VANP and then VANP. Now system allowed. Save. Any question here? Any question?
No.
So clear with this, right? So please remember, this is very, very important interview question, that what is the relation between company code and plant? Again, we should not say what is the relation between plant and company code. No, company code and plant. So this mapping is completed. So with this mapping, system started knowing that VANP plant belongs to company code VANP. It means for company code VANP, if we want to use some other plant, system will not allow, because there's no any assignment, right? Okay, is that clear?
Can you please repeat the last line? The voice was not audible for me.
Okay, I was saying that company code, we have mapped plant VANP to company code VANP. So if tomorrow we want to use some other plant, let's say VANC, which we did not assign to company code VANP, system will not allow to use any other plant unless we map each other.
Okay.
Then that's what we need to do here. And then next is sales and distribution. Under sales and distribution, we need to map sales organization to company code, distribution channel to sales organization. Let's assign. So first is assign sales organization to company code. Similar way, sales organization is already available. Go to position, search for your sales organization, which is VANP. And here you see company code cell is already assigned. Why? Because we copied. So no problem. You just remove this company code. You assign your own company code. So we are assigning our sales organization VANP to company code VANP. Same question. Relationship between company code and sales organization. Who will tell me? One to many or many to many? One to many means what? One company code, many sales organization. Many to many means we can assign same organization unit to other company code also. So what is the relation? One to many or many to one? Many to many?
Many to many?
Think. You have one sales office in New Delhi. Your head office is in Mumbai. One sales office is in New Delhi. Can that specific sales office or that is sales organization sell different company product? Can they sell?
No, basically they are
not, right? Not. So that is what we are doing here. So let's in this case now, this is company code and this is sales organization. So we can assign in a company, we can have many sales offices, right?
Yes.
Sales organization, but same sales organization cannot sell a product of different company code. That is, we cannot assign same sales organization to more than one company code. That is why the relationship is always one to many. One company code, many sales organization. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now let's go to SAP system. So this mapping is also done. Now assign distribution channel to sales organization. Same, go to new entries here. Here we need to go to new entries. Sales organization is VANP and then distribution channel is VA. Save this. In this way, system started knowing that distribution channel VA belongs to sales organization VANP. Now please think and then answer. If I ask you, what is the relationship between sales organization and distribution channel? One to many or many to many?
One to many.
Anyone else?
Many to many.
Okay. Now I just would like to know the reason. Why one to many? Why many to many? Tell me. Then only you will understand this concept. You will never forget. Believe me. If you will discuss, then you will never forget this. Why you said one to many and why you said many to many? Tell me the reason.
For one to many, the sales organization is distributing for one product or many products from the same organization.
What is distribution channel?
Uh, the channel
The
which
way, yeah, the
the way.
channel, the path by which product reaches to its customer. Let's say wholesaler. Wholesaler is your distribution channel. Now, in sales, let's say you have two sales offices, say two sales organizations. One sales organization is in New Delhi, and the sales organization is in Bangalore. Okay, we have two sales organization, and you have one wholesaler who is who belongs to, let's say, MP. Let's say he belongs to Indore. Can he not sell product of both the sales organization? Can he not purchase product from both of you? He is your own wholesaler. Can he not sell product of both the sales organization?
Yes, you can.
He can, right? So that is the reason relationship will always be many to many, not one to many.
Okay. Okay.
I hope it's clear by this.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So in this way, we need to map this. Next is assign division to sales organization. Same reason here also, we need to assign, we need to map, and the relationship would always be VANP, always be many to many. Save this. You all understood this portion as well. Next assignment is sales area. What is sales area? Please remember, sales area is very, very important. Now from today onwards, we will, for any transactions, we will never be using the term sales organization or distribution channel or division individually. From now onwards, we will be using the term sales area. So what sales area is? Sales area is the combination of sales organization, distribution channel, and division. Now, if you think practically, why this is called sales area? So sales organization means how we are selling, who are taking care sales related activities. Distribution channel means for what purpose we are doing activities, to sell our product. So distribution channel means how product will reach. And division is what? Product line, how many product we are selling. So this all belongs to only one object. So sales area is nothing but the combination of sales organization, distribution channel, and division. So go to new entries, go to enter your sales organization PNP, distribution channel VA, division VA. Enter and save this. This is very, this is also important interview question. What is sales area? So for fresher, this is the question. What is sales area? Your answer should be combination of sales organization, distribution channel, and division is called sales area. Next is sales office to say assign sales office to sales area. So let's assign sales office to sales area. Now the point is, this is specific step says assign sales office to sales area, but there is nothing called as a sales area, right? There is nothing called as sales area, but sales area is nothing but the combination of sales organization, distribution channel, and division. So go to new entries, enter your sales area, that is VNP sales organization, then distribution channel, then division, and then sales office, that is VNP. Save this. With this, we have assigned our sales office to sales area. Then next is assign sales group to sales office. Why we need to assign? So we understood sales office is a physical location from where we perform sales related activities. Sales group means it is a in sales office where sales group of people will be sitting. So that group of people is called as a sales group. So system should know that these are the group of people, group of employees who are sitting in that sales office, in that physical location. That is why this assignment is needed. So sales office is VANP and sales group is just VAN. Save. Any question? Anyone? Any question?
Nothing.
Next is assign sales organization, distribution channel, and plant. So please remember, you all understood now that combination of sales organization, distribution channel, and division is called sales area. In the similar way, combination of sales organization and distribution channel is called sales line, or sometimes it is also called as a distribution chain. Okay, so if someone asks you what is a distribution chain, you can say it is combination of sales organization and distribution channel. Now let me tell you why this assignment is needed. As of now, you all understood the purpose of this assignment. But why do we need to assign plant to this combination? What is the purpose? So what happens? We will understand that when we create a sales order, okay, let's say I'm your customer. I placed an order. I just want to purchase one of your product. I placed an order. So based on this requirement, you enter these detail into the SAP system. So that details, when you enter there, you need to enter customer and material. Customer means who want to purchase, material means which product that specific customer wants to purchase. So once we save this, while creating sales order, system should also know that from which plant we will deliver goods to this customer, right? Because in plant we are manufacturing product. So plant can act as the shipping point, it can act as the manufacturing unit, it can act as a storage location. So when we create a sales order, our system should know, SAP system should know that from which plant we will deliver these goods, we will deliver this specific product. So how a system knows? So let's say we have two plant. The P1 name is P1 plant, which is in Bangalore. One another plant is P2, which is in New Delhi. So my customer, one of customer from let's say Lucknow, he placed an order. Now you will decide that which plant is nearby, which is the nearby plant for this customer. So you observe that okay, for Lucknow customer, this New Delhi plant is very near. So let's not use Bangalore plant. Let's use Delhi. From Delhi, let's deliver product. So how system automatically determines, I mean, how system knows that we need to define plant, we need to use this plant based on this mapping. We will be assigning sales organize, we'll be assigning plant to combination of this distribution chain, sales organization and distribution channel. Is that clear?
Clear.
Okay. So let's assign that. Believe me, it is very, very simple. Once you will practice just once or twice, believe me, it is very, very easy. Since most of you are new and you will be thinking, oh, it's too much here, how many times we need to perform. But once you will have hands-on experience, you will say it's very easy. Within 10 minutes you will complete all these activities. So VNP is the sales organization, VA is the distribution channel, VNP is plant. Now with this also we have very important interview question, and question is the same which we discuss. So sometimes in an interview they ask this question. What? That when we created sales order, in that sales order, we entered customer and entered material, which customer wants to buy. But we can see that system has not determined plant, or when we are specifying plant, system is giving error, system is not accepting. What can be the issue? What can be the reason? So your answer should be that probably we have not assigned plant to the combination of this sales organization and distribution channel. So please make a note of this. Okay. And with this This assignment under sales and distribution is also completed. Next is under materials management. In definition, we just defined the sales or storage location. Here we do no need to assign anything. No need to assign anything, because here itself we have assigned our storage location, because we defined the storage location within a plant. So there itself mapping is done. So no need to perform any activity under this materials management. Then logistics execution. Under definition, we have defined shipping point. Let me show you. Under logistics execution, we have defined shipping point. So here also, we need to assign shipping point to plant. So same example which I gave you, that there is a plant, that plant is having, let's say, 2 gates. Gate number 1, gate number 2. System should know that when we are dispatching product to our customer, system should know that which gate it has to use. So that will be, system will be knowing based on this mapping. So system will know, with this mapping, system will know that, okay, this is specific plant, shipping point belongs to this this plant. This shipping point belongs to this plant. So for that purpose, we need to assign this as well. So let's assign. Now here you will see some different kind of screen. It's not like other screen where we went to we found our organization unit and we mapped. But here we are getting different kind of screen. How do we assign? So first you use this option, find option, this binocular option. Click on this and search for your plant. Your plant is VANP. Just say continue. Now system has displayed our plant as VANP. Now select this. Just keep your cursor here. Okay, just select this. Automatically system will display this VANP. Okay, and now here you can see it is blue screen. You can see that it is selected already. Now click. Now here you can see option assign. Click on assign. System will show you all the shipping points which are defined, and search for your shipping point. Ours is VANP. So V0, let's find VNP. Here you can see VNP is there. Select this, click on continue. Mapping is done. Now you can see here, this VNP shipping point is mapping completed. This line, you black line, you can see. Save this. In this way, this mapping is also completed. Now, under plant maintenance and HR, human resource management, we did not perform any activities. So no need to perform any activities. That's all with the assignment part as well. Do you think it's easy or difficult?
Difficult for as of now.
It's very easy. Yeah, I can understand. Believe me, I'll tell you my personal experience. Then when I learned some 9 years back, same topic, when someone was giving me training, I was also like you. Oh, I thought, oh, it's too big. And the person who was explaining me, I was surprised. In fact, trainer, he explained that time I didn't understand anything. So I asked one of my other person friend that, boss, can you explain me once? So he explained me, and within 10 minutes he explained all the steps. So I was very shocked. I thought, oh, he's very intelligent. Yeah, how can he remember? So believe me, once you will have hands-on experience, hands-on means what? Just you practice only once or twice. Believe me, tomorrow you will say it's really very easy. Since here we are discussing examples, we are taking some live example. So it's taking time, and you think that it's very lengthy part, but it's not like that. It's very, very easy. So with this, enterprise structure is completed. Now, any question? All questions are welcomed. Anyone?
So in case we have to remember all these things, so what will be the best way to go through it?
You know the answer. Practice. practice. But I'll suggest you yesterday, as I told you, that if you want to learn SAP quickly, you need to go back to your school life. So just you need to remember, you need to learn. Simply you can say you need to learn, because in SAP, like if you go to any other, if you attend any other interview apart from this SAP, or let's say apart from IT field, so let's not go any other technology, let's talk about SAP only. So apart from SAP, if you attend any interviews, they will ask you general questions, right? They will ask you that, okay, how do you convince your customer? Can you sell this product? Or let's say this is the scenario, or how, if your customer is not interested, or how do you follow up them? Such kind of question they will ask you. But in SAP it's not like that. In SAP they will have standard questions, like what is sales area, what is company code, what is the use of plant in SAP, what is how plant is different in SAP. So likewise, so same thing which we are discussing. So you just need to learn all these things, and the best way of learning is, please prepare a note. Please prepare your own note. Make a note of all these points, and make a note. Write down in your notebook. Write down the definition. If you don't understand, write down some something in your layman term, so that it would be very easy, very easy for you to remember. So what happens if you will prepare your own note tomorrow? Let's say once course is over, you started practicing. So let's say we need to learn some 10 topics, and this time you're learning 10 topics. So if you don't practice, what will happen? After some time, you will start forgetting those points, what were you discuss in chapter 1, chapter 2. But if you have already noted down those points, just you can refer note 5, you will just read 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you can recall all those points immediately. So that is the benefit. So one and only way is practice and prepare your own note. Please tell me, how can I help you for this? Okay, because I'm just explaining you. Obviously recording will be with you. You will have this recording. You listen to this recording, and then you prepare a note. Probably I'll be also, we can also share some notes. I can also share some of the SAP book that also will help you. But as of now, just just practice in the system, start practicing.
Okay. Yes.
So any question related to enterprise structure from anyone? Okay, who are new? How do you feel? Is this interesting, or it's not interesting?
This is interesting.
Very interesting. Yes, definitely you will enjoy. Once you will start practicing, you will enjoy this SAP. It's not boring session, but
Yes, it is
only
very interesting actually, and also at the same time you have to be aware about the processes, what exactly the plant is, and the other
exactly,
portfolios of the business. So
exactly.
it's quite amazing. But initially, it's like we have to understand lot many things, which is we are not familiar. For me, actually, I'm not familiar with this thing,
Yeah.
with this term. So yeah,
In fact, Sarup, it will take some time. You also know it will take some time, because today is just second session and we
yes,
are
yes,
very new. Believe me, after some 3-4 sessions, you will be very much familiar with all these terms. Anyway, all these things are new for all of you. Complete SD course is very new, but at least you will started knowing that what would be our role in SAP, what activities we need to perform. Slowly, you all will understand all this part. Okay, so with this, enterprise structure is completed, and now you need to practice on enterprise structure. And next, now we need to understand master data. So what master data is, we will understand in our next session. Let's not go into it, because since you all are, this is just second session, you also need some time, you practice. Also, you make a note. If you have any question, make a note and we can discuss. If you have any question, we can discuss. Okay. So, and please don't hesitate to ask question. Any If you have any question, please raise your hand. If no, we can sign off.
I have a question. When you started 9 years ago, which was the version you are using? Like we are learning in S4 HANA right now. So at that point of time, what was
Same,
you?
ECC only, ECC 6.0
ECC.
only. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
same only.
Hello.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. How can we access recorded video session of this?
So he will send you link.
Yeah.
He will send you link. Yeah. Please ask him to send the link. You can download that recorded session.
Okay.
So yesterday recording is available. Actually, I have not attended yesterday for
Yeah, yeah, it's
customer
available.
master.
It's available. It's for who does not know anything on SAP. It's very good session for them. So please contact that guy. He will help you. Sai will help you.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Even I'll also inform him. Okay, so you all can ask for the link where you can download.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Neeraj. Any other point? Any other question from any of you?
No, all good. Thank you.
All good, all
Okay.
good.
Okay. Then thank you so much for joining the session, and let's connect next week.